Diggany. Onska. Onska.
Wee. What's que?
Satego.
Satego. Satego. Satego. So something that is super simple to do in English language, quite torturous for supporting the Kanien'kéha dialects.
Gypto.
Because we don't have the things that we take for granted for English language. But we're not going to focus on that. I'll just show you the environment. So what I did is I put cubes around
Oyeli.
and attached an audio file to the cubes so that the audio file will play each time you grab a cube. And people still don't agree on how Kanien'kéha is pronounced, because a lot of people don't realize there's more than one dialect of Kanien'kéha. So that's where some of the challenges are with building things like these is as you can see on the screen, it says pick up Kanien'kéha number cubes. There's going to be people that expect this Kanien'kéha to be say a Western dialect. Some will expect a Central dialect. Some will expect an Eastern dialect, because it takes a lot of screen space, time, energy, resources to explain what dialect, why we have different dialects. Oh my god. Yeah. There's a lot going on here, but
Whisk.
hopefully the players will just enjoy this, being able to hear the language and use their own voice if they want to repeat. So whisk is number 5. And I integrated, the custom UI, the web and mobile, much as I could for this project. There's a helmet here that's people are going to be able to attach to their head if they want to wear it. It's just a birdman helmet. Jijanha, we call it Jijanha helmet. Jijanha is a bird in Kanien'kéha, and it's just one bird. Added some doors to the other rooms that I've made in the past, which is food fight, and then this one is also Kanien'kéha, which is all the Kanien'kéha colors, which you can run around in there and grab cubes again, and you'll hear the colors that you see on the cube. And I'm keeping it as cubes because I don't want to put too much time into this if it ends up being hold on.
Diggany.
Diggany is number 2. I'm just being very careful of how much time we put into this in case it's something that doesn't go far. Okay, this one.
Jada.
Jada is number 7. Ooh, losing my voice. So I also put 3D objects in here that, like, I've got just little tiles with robot faces on them and stuff like that I'd like to, if this goes somewhere, I'd like to put that as part of the story, because this is the story in here's tomorrow's echoes, just looking at the idea, and it's not an absurd idea that people speak Kanien'kéha well into the future. you know, well into the future, like astronauts that speak Kanien'kéha, and there's no punishment for speaking Kanien'kéha. Like you're not going to lose a job or lose friends because you speak Kanien'kéha. It won't be so as challenging as it is today, where even our computers and things like this do not support Kanien'kéha at the time.
Oyeli.
Oyeli, number 10. So yeah, so to add Kanien'kéha and have it in your games and stuff, it's can be very challenging because it's a lot of manual, it's a lot of extra work. And I'm not talking about the technical work. The extra work is, finding the speakers, validating everything, making sure everyone agrees that the pronunciation is correct for the community that you're building this with. And then finding the resources as far as the spelling, because Kanien'kéha is not standardized until the 1990s, but a lot of speakers, myself included, have been alive since long before the standardization. So we have a lot of fluent speakers that don't write with the standardization, and understandable why they don't. I mean, but with that, the challenge with these games and environments and anything digital in the digital world with supporting Kanien'kéha is making sure you acknowledge and respect all the different views of the Ungwahumwe people, because we're pretty diverse in regards to even among the fluent speakers, the age groups are diverse. Like we have elders, but we also have young people where it's their first language and the only language they speak. Then you have a lot of people like me where I'm not old, I'm not super old, I should say, but I'm not young either. So people like me, Kanien'kéha is a first language we grew up speaking, and then as adults we very rarely spoke it. So then it gets forgotten, and so that we're in this loop where it's a struggle to be able to continue speaking Kanien'kéha, because the life we live when we have our careers is we don't have access to speak it with people in person, because usually I know for me, I don't speak for everybody, but I know for me and a lot of my friends and family, we leave our communities to go be able to have a career and work in the careers that we choose. And I work in tech and media for over 30 years. So, and I've never met anyone in my career, in my travels, that speaks Kanien'kéha until I'd say in recent years. I'm starting to meet young people that speak Kanien'kéha. Okay, so you can see this game. It's pretty. I mean, it's going to look simple if you don't know the history and the issues with Kanien'kéha revival. That's why I took the time to explain that part. Hopefully it's useful to people. And if it is useful to people and they enjoy it, I will put a lot more energy and resources in this to get that helmet working, do the collectibles, and have a leaderboard with the scores on it. And I would like to put a puzzle in here that builds on the knowledge of being able to speak and recognize the writing of the Kanien'kéha numbers from 1 through 10. Onska Diganiasa, Gayeli, Whisk, Yaya, Jara, Sadego, Gyutu, and Oyeli. So that's all. Okay, Onagiwahe.